Hi there. First, I want to check my trousers because last time there was comments that I have a short trousers. Now they are still short, but on the place. This is not a supercar, but is a superstar Toyota Land Cruiser. She is 30 years old. She saw better days. GX. There is a better version of this car named Prado, but this one is also very famous. I want to show you what's going on with this car after 30 years of the service. The problem with this car is that it's practically unbreakable. But also the problem is that the owners of these cars trying to prove that. And you'll see what's happened after 30 years of service. All right, so it's not a restoration, it's a reparation with a bit touch of restoration. These cars, they have a very strong chassis, but the problem with them is that nobody washed the chassis, so the mud goes inside and gathers the moisture, and moisture likes to rust, and then the shit hits the fan. The good thing with this car is, particularly this one, that the brackets, this is bracket which holds chassis joined with the body, they are in good shape. There is a surface rust or whatever, and that was the plus for this car that I decided to work on this car, me, Kevin, Boljo, and Afrim. So this car has a good brackets. Even those holes here, that's just a legs which holds this footstep joined with the car. They are rusty, but not a big deal. We can fix that, change it, buy a new one. The suspension is in the good condition. All this rust that you can see is mostly surface rust, but the problems starts here. So this is a crossbar which holds two chassis arms together. This part was rotten totally, so Kevin chopped it off. He welded a new pipe, he went through and joined it all together. We have to dismantle all this down so we can proceed with the labor. This is peeling off, and how I know that this car had hard days, look this is a problem, big problem. So this car is a heavy loader. That means that it works even after 30 years, it still works. There is a hitch over there, and there is a trailer with a heavy load, and this is going on the chassis when the car is abused or 30 years in service. So we have to chop it off all this, take out, put a 5mm steel inside, clean the rust out, clean rust up, weld on the plate, weld on the place. The diesel tank, it has to go out, and also the hitch. My plan was to reinforce the chassis from the beginning so we can work it at the back. Somebody put this poor patch, God knows when. We're gonna cut that out and replace it. Here is one part that Kevin already did. Sometimes we simply have no time to wait for the new parts, so we build them. This is bomb stop, but it's also an important part of the car. So Kevin built this all together. Now, when we finish with this part of the car, we can safely undo the bolts and try to move the diff down. I want to show you something else. Here, on these places, over there. So our friends farmers, they just sit in the car, turn the key, and they drive. But later, on the NCT or technical exam, the chassis shows this. Luckily, we are able to change all that to fix. Everything else in this car is weird, because braking lines, handbrake, shocks, springs, they are actually good. And it's, somebody says this car should be wrecked or dumped on the garbage, but we still can save her and give her at least 10 more years of service. After we finish with the welding, the inner tubes of the chassis is already washed. We will blow with the dry air, and I keep the heater over there a couple days to heat all this, and we knock it off the rust. and then we will spray the wax inside. I finished already the front part of this car. like this. So this is knocked off, rust is clean, and we put the rust converter on it. So I will wait a couple days until I catch Kevin with his labor, and I will paint this in the ordinary black paint, maybe later body protection. It looks ugly, it's not perfect and shiny and nice, but will do and will serve the purpose. Also, when I do this kind of reparations, I always pay attention on the bushings, mechanical parts or whatever, to give advice to the owner what to change, and then later they can come on some sort of technical exam before official technical exam. What else I want to say to this car? We do the jobs for local farmers here and there, and it's a good job. It is dirty, but it's also very responsible, because we have to make a car safe for the road traffic, and we will do it. Thank you for following us. If you have some questions or comments, just type it. Insults are more than welcome, especially about trousers. So when we finish this car, we'll show you how it looks like, and we'll try to follow the story. Bye-bye. Thank you.